Hey guys, welcome to Master Gaming VR. I am really excited tonight to have gotten one of the first press keys for Vitruvius VR's Shadow Legends VR. I saw a random tweet for the trailer, I reached out, and somehow I got a key. From what I've been able to see, the game looks beautiful. It has a wide range of RPG activities, weaponsmithing, cooking, boss fighting, physics-based combat, speech recognition, and an epic sounding story of a war between gods that you're going to end. To temper the hype a little bit, Shadow Legends VR isn't set to release until February of 2019, so still 2 to 3 months out on the release window. So this is an early press build. We're only getting the first 3 levels of the game. I believe there were set to be 11 levels and 2 major boss fights, if I remember correctly from the tweet, but don't quote me on that. I'd have to go look at the tweet again. So I do expect some beta issues, if not some alpha issues. So that tempers the hype a little bit. I don't want to talk the game up too much. I haven't even gotten in and played it yet. So hopefully it will meet expectations. But I'm really excited. I'm hyped. Let's get in the game and see if this is worth the excitement. Okay, so here we are in game, and I have already set myself on fire once when I opened the window over there, because it's very warm in this room. So when launching the game, it does launch in both HMD and on the screen. And for some reason, on the screen, it decided that it wanted to be in 4K resolution, and I haven't been able to use the Unity trick to change that resolution. So right now I'm getting every about 5 seconds, I'm getting the loading screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but in headset, performance is already an issue. So I'm going to take a second and try and fix that. I just wanted to throw it out there. I'll be right back. Oh, that's great. Game ranking bug number 1. We have fallen through the floor when we stood up and I guess walked through the wall. Okay, so things are already not looking too good. We fell through the world, walking over to the computer and back. I assume we walked through a wall. I'm actually going to... Yes. I can't really walk out now, but I was able to walk out when I started the game up at my desk over there and walked over here. I apparently was centered over there, and I think that I probably walked through the wall. Granted, that's an edge case, but still, it is bringing the excitement level down. Hopefully, things like that don't keep happening. Right now, the mirror window is at 1080p, but I'm still getting this performance issue that keeps popping up. Every couple of seconds, I just have a flash of the Vive loading screen. I think you guys are seeing it as a stutter, but let's go ahead and get out of this room and maybe it'll fix itself. Remove headset and click on turns on speech and services and typing suggestions. Okay. It has brought up a Windows settings page for speech, inking, and typing. So turned on what it asked to turn on, and I am coming back to the game. Alright. That is done, sir. Alright, so now we should be able to voice of the Dragonborn in this shit and speak our quest lines. So it is pretty. It reminds me a lot of, what was it, Soulkeeper VR.
Welcome to my sanctuary, Grandmaster. I am Evelyn, the goddess of light. To begin, Choose your dominant hand.
Okay, so we are back here at the starting point for the second time, and we're going to rerun through this because what I have discovered, once you go through a certain door, the screen just goes to black and the game ends. For all intents and purposes, as far as I can tell, the game just stops. This is more of a tech demo than it is anything that you can actually play. So we're going to run through this really quickly and just sort of give my final thoughts. I really don't like going through it a second time, but I was taking my time and being slow and meandering, and there really wasn't a lot of content here, so I'm just going to bust through this really quickly, and then we will discuss some of the things that I noticed.
Style.
So we'll go to locomotion. We'll try out teleportation in a second. So they build this as a realistic inventory system.
Your quest will tally on your right hand, and your health can be found on your left. Try collecting all the items in front of you.
It's got monies, got a goblet.
Open your inventory from around your belt and use the potion to fully heal yourself before approaching.
So they labeled this as a realistic inventory system, and carrying a chest around you, a chest full of gold, doesn't seem very realistic, but you know, whatever. So stick your finger in the hole and pull the trigger, and it pops out, and you can grab it, and you drink it. And I love that everything I've tried to do in this, I've pretty much been able to do. So, of course, after you finish something like this, you gotta smash it on the ground. It doesn't explode as much as I wanted, but it still goes pop very, very nicely and very satisfyingly. These are very fancy decorations, but these candles over here will actually set you on fire, and you'll start taking health damage. What is really cool about that, though, is you can pick up these books and interact with most of the things in the world. You can't, like, page through them and thumb through them or anything. You can put them in your inventory, apparently, and have books in your inventory for whatever reason. An old hardcover book, item value 1. Oh, you can sell them for money. Or I can pull it out, put this away. Can I put this away, please? Away. Okay. I know I said I was going to speed through this, but I want to show this off. You can actually set the books on fire, and they will catch fire and they will burn. And you can pick up these old scrolls too, and the old scrolls will burn as well. And if you hold on to it too long, you will catch fire and scream like a little girl and take health damage. So if you wanted, you could pick up all these books. I'm not going to do that because I didn't find anywhere that I could sell them. But if we walk up here, we find our start game and our settings menu. And I believe that I said that there were 3 levels in this demo. This is apparently one of those levels, which I think is kind of dumb. But background music, microphone music, gameplay. So I got to try the bow. And the bow was very lackluster the way that this was, and I think it might be this aim assist, so I'm going to turn this off and see if the bow mechanics get... Apparently, I can't turn this off. Alright, well, you'll get to see how crappy the bow mechanics are. And subtitles are going to stay on. So, controls. Let's go teleportation really quick, and it's just trackpad. Touch the trackpad. There seems to be a bit of a dead zone in the center of the trackpad. But whenever I mention it, it goes away. So I don't know what the deal with that is. But we're going to go back to locomotion because that's better. Switch your dominant hand. Interaction button, you can change touch or click to move. Some good options. Not many, but some good options. And you know I love options. So let's go ahead and start the game. That does not look like the Evelyn I know.
Grandmaster, though you have
and just
all of the challenges in your world,
immortal object here.
you soon find a threat beyond your reckoning. By the hand of the unspoken shadows, this world will fall. Your knights stand by you in this darkness.
Oh, hey.
Even they will
Summon
be
demon knights. And then you fucking kill my knight. The hell? Seriously? You're supposed to be a goddess?
Shall be dug, and no crypt shall be laid for these unfortunate souls. Their unkindled corpses rise to perish.
Yeah, no, I think you're a demon. She's a demon, guys. She's a demon.
Only salvation. You are the only one with the strength and skill to save your people, and with my aid, you can stand against these shadows from beyond. Quickly, ready your sword.
There's no two-handed grip.
Use the torch to recover the souls of the fallen.
But you can dual wield.
The darkness that threatens us all. For you are the one true hope, Grand Master.
So this is the only taste of combat that we get. This one fight right here is all the combat we have. And if I just try and attack him, he's going to block everything
With your sword or torch.
until he goes to attack. Now you can block with both the sword and the torch here. And basically you want to
Swing harder to hit
parry and attack. So it's more fencing style than it is like fighting with a great sword. And it is, the harder you swing, the more damage you do. So 5 damage there, 1 damage from just tapping him. But if I really swing, I can get up to 20 damage. And I can hit him with that too. Oh, he's burned. That's new. I didn't realize I could set him on fire. And this is great. This right here, this is wonderful. He's begging, no mercy. Goodbye. So the combat I want to see more of. I want to see more of the combat. The combat was great. It could be maybe a little bit better, but it was fun. It reminded me of Vanishing Realms combat. They telegraph a little bit too much, but he's your tutorial guy, so I'm not going to hold that against him. He's supposed to be easy. He's supposed to teach you. I want to see higher level fights. So there's plenty of stuff to pick up in this area. And like I said, everything I tried, I was able to do. Including get drunk. So we don't stay drunk for very long. We sober up pretty quickly. But one of the things that you can do is read books by picking them up.
On the gods of Anaria, it reads, Evelyn, the divine goddess,
And throw stuff around.
torch of light upon this world. Her light bestows us with warmth, healthy crops,
No.
and happiness throughout the realm, and our love for her knows no bounds. Conversely, Adaroth is the guardian of the afterlife and brings peace to those who pass. Our worship of his darkness is absolute, and although he is necessary, he has little adoration from those of the living.
Right. And so if you let go of the book while he's reading, then he stops reading and everything just goes bad. Just wanted to check the recording really quick. Didn't want to have to do this a third time. So we got a bent sword here. We'll come back to that in a minute. So let's see. We wanted to talk to this guy. And remember, we turned the voice stuff on, so we can actually talk to Samson here. Sorry, Samson. I must have been lost in thought.
Well, I'm glad you...
You can't go too hard on the accents or the getting into it, otherwise it doesn't recognize you. It was nothing to worry about, good friend. Nothing at all.
I should have known you weren't in any danger. I've heard of nothing in this world that can strike fear into you.
That's right.
These hordes of undead knights invading our realm must surely be on your mind.
A little bit. Yes, and I must put a stop to these attacks. But enemies of this darkness elude me. How does a mere mortal slay the beast from a world beyond? Mere mortal slay the beast from a world beyond. It's been pretty good, but you can't put, like I said, too much accent on it.
From the titanous shards of the fallen enemy's weapons, I have forged you a great sword that our Templar priest believes can separate the very soul from these creatures' flesh. As I have learned, mortal weapons are of no use in a battle against this darkness.
I need these weapons you speak of immediately. I will take this fight to the darkness behind all this evil and slay these undead hordes.
We have lost much to these beings, and there is so much more to fear. I can only hope this sword will serve you well, Grandmaster.
Thank you.
May the goddess's light shine.
It's pretty rusty, man. I'm sure you could probably do better than this. This is a fine blade, Samson. Thank you. For one last... It did it again. Thank you, Samson. This is a fine blade. I will be on my way soon enough. Alright, so a couple of things to note in here. This right here. So, let's take a look at this broken blade really quick. So when I say that this is more like a tech demo, so we've got a little bit of forging going on here. Why do I keep losing tracking there? Alright, so we've made the blade straight again. Alright, so what else can you do for crafting? Well, you can pick up these little bits of ore here and stick them in this guy. Crunch it down and get an ingot. That is 1,000 grams of iron. You can stick it in your bag there. You can throw more ore on here to heat up. You can take these and throw that on there and they'll heat up. You can grab it with your hand and stick it in there, but you're going to catch yourself on fire again. And make more iron. But you can't... Let me just throw this on there really quick and make another one. You can't do anything with this. Like, you can set it on here and you can hammer on it, but it doesn't turn into anything yet. It just flies around. You can put it back in the smelter and it doesn't do anything. I haven't seen anything happen from sticking a blade in there. But a little taste of crafting. Like I said, you can see that this is heating up when you stick it in there and you'll catch yourself on fire again. So that's an interesting concept. I like it. It works much better than it did in Yore. Especially these tongs here work a lot better than they did in Yore, which is probably a game that I should revisit at some point in time. It's been a while. More booze to get drunk. And as you go to exit the door, you see these feathers needed to wield more powerful weapons. You don't have to get these feathers. You can proceed without the feathers, but when I first came through, I made the mistake of thinking that I needed to find all the feathers. And the feathers are just hidden around this room in various places. We'll go top to bottom here, so you can climb around. I don't like the fact that you could walk through this and find all the secrets. You can find a lot of money just laying around. There's a lot of hidden stash of weirdly placed golden goblets in the rafters of a tavern, which don't make much sense to me. So the whole falling through the world thing, if you stand up and your head goes out of bounds, you can see that it just goes black. So you crouch back down, you get it back. The same thing if you try and like stick your face in a wooden pillar, it goes black too. Falling, as you can see, you don't fall very you fall too gracefully. You fall very slowly. I think that you need to fall quicker than that, and you'll see more of it outside when we fall out there. But here's another book.
A book on Evelyn's lost feathers. It reads, Evelyn.
Her feathers weren't all that pretty.
People and feathers from her magnificent wings.
I wouldn't call it magnificent.
Throughout the realm. These feathers symbolize her heavenly presence among us, and collecting them will give the bearer powers that only a god can possess.
Okay, more feathers for me. Alright, so chests that you can open and find loot, because we like loot here. Let's see, I am going to run around and collect all of the treasure here that I missed, because there's more treasure that I missed. I don't It's not going to do anything for me, but I like treasure. So, can't open that until you stick a key in. And then you could open it and get feather 5 of 5.
Grandmaster, all the feathers here have been found. Go forth with their godly strength.
Okay, so we found all the feathers. We can move on once we get all of the monies. Just so you can see, there's a lot of money around here. A lot of chests, a lot of starting gold. You can see you've got 89 health, 47 gold. All of these weapons you can pick up and use and put back. Goblets, and I think that's it. I think that's everything that is in the tavern here that you can do. You can't come up and talk to Samson again. Hey, Samson. Hey, Samson. Hello, Samson. Hello? Hi. Hey. Nothing works. He just ignores you. Because fuck the guildmaster, right? Alright, so let's go out front. So this appears to be level 2. This is the entirety of level 2. Keep in mind how short these levels are, because I believe the tweet said that there would be 11 levels, and this is going to be level 3, and we haven't seen any combat except for that initial tutorial fight. So that leaves me a little disappointed, and when I say a little disappointed, actually a lot disappointed. I love everything else about this game. I love the interactions. I love that everything I've been able to or wanted to try and do, that I've been able to do. I can stick the food on there, I can come over here and I can fry it up, and it's actually going to brown and cook, and I can flip it and do all the cool stuff that we saw in the trailer. I can't eat it. Oh, I can eat it. I guess I just burnt it the first time. Delicious. And there's a mutt over here somewhere. Here he is. Here. Not on the bone, stupid. He's really kind of fugly. Huh. Want to get a stick? Go get the stick. So just real world stuff like that. Like, I can go play fetch with the dog out in the yard, and he's gonna go get the stick and bring it back to me. There are, let's see. Here it is. I don't know what I did with it. Let's see. Here. Eat that. Okay, apparently he won't eat it unless it's charred. Whatever. There is... Oh, I got stuck for a minute. Come get all of this. I daintily hold this this thing here. I think we broke the dog. Hey, dog. Eat that instead. Nah, the dog's broken. Okay. The dog will eat the treat. He's not that bright, though. He's kind of stuck. So you can impact these guys here. You can stand... Yeah, they'll yell at you, but that's about it. So you've got a whole bunch of cash in these things here. You can't go out these doors. You've got more feathers to collect, which I'm not super sold on the collecting the feathers thing. It's not super enjoyable. Maybe if there was more combat involved in between, but so far it feels like the only thing that's available is finding the feathers. Your eyes are stuck on this carrot, aren't they? You want the carrot, huh? Here you go. You can have the carrot. You red-eyed demon horse. Horse them on to me. Make the horses love you. I don't think I can just throw this at it and have it. No. It's like, I don't need off the ground, you filthy peasant. What do I look like? Alright, more money. More doors I can't go out of. And An eagle.
Grandmaster.
That gets mad if you try and touch it. Yeah, see? He gets really pissed off.
Phoenix.
Good day, Doran. Any messages from the eagles this morning?
None, sir. The last we received was of
We're short.
fallen Oak Harbor a few days back. It has been very quiet of late.
No news is good news, Doran. Could I trouble you to send a message of our own?
Yes, certainly. What should I send, and to whom should I send it?
Tell the high priest that I have had a vision of our goddess in a dream, and that I seek a way to travel to the shadow world.
You have spoken to Evelyn in a dream.
I have, because I'm awesome.
Will be overjoyed with such news.
I don't know, they might actually lynch me for heresy.
And fly.
Bye, you angry little shit.
On its way, Grandmaster.
Thank you, Doran. Good job. I'm gonna take this.
Good day, sir. The message is on its way.
I thought you already left. Yes, I'm smoking a pipe. Deal with it. Alright. So all the money just laying around, stealing from the goddess. Evelyn, goddess of light. And we've got a, okay shadow. We just have our head and our hands, no body to speak of. Put that down. Open up all the chests around here. And like I said, I'm going through here much quicker than I did the first time. Because I actually thought that the game broke and the game crashed, but it's happened multiple times. So just running back through with the intent that this is more of a tech demo than anything else. One of the things that I did like, and you'll see it in just a moment, it's not this, because, well, again, more feather finding, but who the hell puts their spare wagon parts up here on top of a roof somewhere? But you'll get to see the falling. You just slowly fall to the ground. It's not, I don't know, it's immersion breaking that you just sort of feather fall into infinity and beyond. And again, the weird goblets all over the place. You can stand in front of Mr. Archer Man here, and he's just gonna complain at me. If I come over here, I can pull this out and get my wagon wheel. It took me way too long to figure this out the first time around. Stick the wagon wheel on there, pick this up, and just back up with it and throw it to the side. And now if I try and go through this door here,
Grandmaster, come here before heading inside.
the jackass just shot a fucking arrow at me. Keep losing tracking for a split second on this controller. I need to get the 2.0 controllers. How's it going?
Grandmaster, care to display your talents on the range?
Maybe.
Someone's left me an extra bow and some new arrows for us to try out.
Well, thank you, sir. Yes, certainly, Cedric.
Alright then, ready your bow and grab an arrow off your back. Let's see what the great Grandmaster is made of.
Alright, again, it's sticky. You can do whatever you want with this. You don't have to hold your finger down. This is where it goes bad. As you can see, I can't move my right hand anywhere that I want. So left hand is going to go wherever. Right hand is stuck on this weird axis here, and it's not even like where I can see. Like, it's not in any sort of even remotely good place. Why is this hand locked in place? This is probably the biggest issue that I have with the game right now. It makes archery pointless. Like, I will never do archery if this is the case.
Bullseye! Nice hit.
I mean, it's doable, but
Good pull, good pull. Perfect placement.
it just is not good. I don't like it.
Your bow can be retrieved again by...
I don't like it one bit. Okay. So the rest of the training yard here. Oh, one of the things that I forgot that I did earlier was I can't actually hurt the horsies. I'm sorry, horsey. I'm sorry. I'll make it here. Here, have another carrot. You were just being used for an example. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. The other cool thing is that this thing is functional. If I wasn't bad, it'd be functional. I do think that it's going to be possible to travel through these just like that. I don't know if it's the physics being tied to frame rate or whatever, but if you go fast enough, it does feel like you can go straight through an object here. It's not as frequently as it is in some other games, but like that felt like it went through. And maybe if you stop and pause and take a look at it, maybe it's just how it seems and not actually how it is, but that also felt like it went through. That did. That definitely did. Yeah, so it's fun, but I'd like to have real combat. Like these guys. Why can't I spar with some of these guys?
Watch yourself, sir.
What about you? Can I spar with you? No, apparently I can't. I can't even attack them. I could probably kill him. Anyways, more money. We've got some more feathers to grab. Like I said, we don't have to grab all the feathers, but we might as well, since this is the end of the game here, effectively. And again, the super slow fall. Not a fan of the super slow fall. That needs to get fixed. Up here, there is money. You can also walk while in the air. There's a lot of quality interactions here, and a lot of cut corner type interactions that just, I don't know. It's a mixed bag, really. There's a lot of things that I like, a lot of things I don't.
Our Grand Master is said to be a descendant of the gods themselves.
Yes, 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 yes.
He rules all territories across the Anarian realm.
With an iron fist.
The throne of men, and is revered for his lightning-fast swordsmanship on the battlefield.
You just saw it so fast it passes through wood.
He is adored by his people and is greatly feared by his enemies. The love his people show towards him is only
Bad dog.
equal to that of our goddess Evelyn. And yet, with all the glory in the world, he still remains humble above all else.
I burnt the book. Are you gonna eat it this time? I guess he was doing a wait command. Good boy. Go away. I would like to be able to fight these guys, but
Watch yourself, sir.
you watch yourself. Did I get this feather over here? I don't think I did. I didn't check and see what number feather that was. There's one over there that I missed. So I really do wish there'd been more combat in this, more actual game in this. There really isn't anything that we didn't see in the trailer that's already out. I don't know how I feel about that. If it makes me feel good things, bad things, probably bad things. And again, I didn't look and see what number feather that was. So I have no idea how close I am to actually moving on here. Where did I miss a thing? So definitely missed a thing somewhere. Those, it's going to be right in front of my face. It's going to be some chests that I need to open right in front of my face. That one, we got that. Open those. There was thing there. There we go. This chest right here. 7 of 7.
Grandmaster, all the feathers here have been found. Go forth with their godly strength.
We can't get through this door here. So that pretty much ends the game. As soon as we try and go through that door right there, it's gonna fade to black. So I guess we will go do that, since we don't really have anything else to do. And as we fade to black, I will exit and give my thoughts in the outro. Oh, we actually got a loading screen this time. Oh, but nope, it's black. I was excited for a second. I thought maybe we weren't going to have the black screen, but this is all it does. There's no air, no nothing over there, just this. So I will set up the outro and give my final thoughts in a second. Okay, so I am still looking forward to the game. However, I am disappointed in this tech demo, basically. I was expecting some level of gameplay, and all we had was this sort of feather hunt exploration of the home base. The contact that I had said that it would be the first 3 levels of the game, so I was expecting something more like I don't know, Carnage Chronicles levels of the game where you were actually traversing through and fighting things, or Vanishing Realms levels where you're going through the catacombs and then you get out of the catacombs and you go through an open air area and then you go through a labyrinth, and those were the 3 levels. Not, here's the tutorial room, here's the tavern room, and here's the courtyard training room, and you're never going to be able to actually do any gameplay, which is, you know, fighting bad guys. You're just going to be able to hunt feathers. So that was very disappointing. I was super excited and super hyped, and they really didn't give me enough to really bite into and get a feel for what the game's going to be like. All we had was the tutorial level combat, and that was... I liked it. I liked where it was going, but it just wasn't enough. It was like, okay, I'm drowning, not drowning, I'm dying of thirst. I'll get it right, 3rd time's a charm. I'm dying of thirst in a desert, and you're like, here's a dripper dropper full of water, and then you walk away. Like, that's what it felt. I got so excited for being able to play this game, and then I got like almost nothing, and it's super disappointing. All of the individual mechanics of the game I really enjoyed. I loved that pretty much anything I wanted to do, or anything that I tried to do, I could. So I accidentally caught myself on fire by walking over a candle. I was like, I'm going to drink this health potion, and I was able to drink it. And then I was like, I'm going to smash this health potion, and was able to smash it. I saw the beer, and I drank the beer, and I was able to, and I got drunk. I saw the broken sword. I was able to hammer out the sword. Just anything that I saw. There's the dog there. There's a stick. I can play fetch with the dog. There's a carrot. I can feed the horse. Steak? Let me fry up some steak. Pretty much anything that I saw and thought, hey, I wonder if I can do that, I was able to go and do. Pick up a book, light a book on fire, was able to do it. Hell, I was even able to light the enemy on fire with the torch that I had in my hand, which I thought was pretty cool. My disappointment is not that there was anything wrong with the game per se, it's just that there wasn't enough. I was hoping for more out of the press release that actually could showcase some of the gameplay, and I didn't get that, and that's what has me disappointed. I am still looking forward to the game. I do think that it is rough around the edges and that it does need some polish. For example, falling. The AI on the dog is not the greatest. The falling through the world in the very beginning, where you're deciding to use the voice recognition. Some parts of the voice recognition where it picked the wrong line. It did that twice on me. One, because I was saying something completely unrelated to the line, talking to you, the viewers, which isn't in this video because it was part of the original recording. And then again, when I was actually trying to read the second line, and it still picked the first one. On that same note, I did like that the different talking points led to the NPC giving different responses. If you say the line that I said in this video, he'll say, "Oh, nothing can make you afraid." But if you go the other route and pick the other option, then you can go back and look and see what it is. But basically, you say that, you know, we're all doomed and these undead things are going to kill us all. And he reacts with, "Wow, I didn't know anything could scare you." And he goes on and says a little bit more and tries to cheer you up a bit. So it was interesting to see that your dialogue choices actually did have a little bit of impact. I doubt they have any major impact, but they definitely, the immediate response of the NPCs it impacts, which is pretty cool. So overall, I really liked what I saw. Unfortunately, there just wasn't really enough to give a full once over, a full review. I will definitely be checking this out when it comes around in February, and hopefully once we get closer to release, they will update this and give more content for content creators to bite into and start doing reviews and just give coverage and get hype going that way. Until then, this is all I got. It's a nice taste, but I'm still dying of thirst in a desert somewhere, or hunger, or drowning, or whatever I said I was doing in the desert. That's going to do it for me and this sort of first look at the Shadow Legend tech demo press release thing. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like, sub, comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you want to go the extra mile and support the channel, there are several links down there for our sponsors, like the Amazon affiliates program, things of that nature, Patreon. If you want to get in touch, please join the Discord. Hit me up. I'm always in there. I'm always talking, always chatting. Let me know what requests you have, what things you want to see me cover. And, oh yeah, there is a poll on the community section of the channel. Twitch versus YouTube. Which one do you want me to stream on? I'm thinking that I'm leaning towards streaming VR stuff on YouTube, and maybe any of the flat stuff or miscellaneous stuff that I do that maybe I want to stream, I'll do on the Twitch channel, and just sort of keep things segregated that way. Let me know what you think. Cast your vote. Only a handful of people have voted, but it's fairly overwhelmingly positive towards YouTube, so that's that. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.